Good afternoon. I'm your host, Annika Durisova, and here's your latest news update. Canadian journalist Mohamed Fahmy is out on bail and has been reunited with his family in Cairo. Fahmy spent 400 days in prison. Two more Al Jazeera journalists, Bahir Mohammed and Peter Grest, have also been released from the Egyptian prison. All three journalists have to return for a retrial. Fahmy and Bahir have to check in with the local police daily until the court date in February 23rd. Nigerian militant group Boko Haram attacked a village in Chad today. It is the first time Boko Haram has moved into another country. Today's attack killed a local chief and several people, according to Reuters. However, the United Nations says it is investigating the number of dead. The militant group set fire to houses and attacked police stations early this morning. 1 million people are now displaced inside northeast Nigeria. The Taliban attacked a Shiite mosque in Pakistan this morning. The Taliban has also released a video declaring the attack that killed 19 people during morning prayers in the Peshawar. The Sunni Islamist group are also known for their attacks on Shiite mosques, according to Reuters. Ukraine and Russia are accusing each other of killing civilians over railroad junction. Germany and France were instrumentally putting together the peace treaty. The Minsk agreement takes effect Sunday. So far, 5,000 people have been killed in Ukraine. Following the death of 3 Muslim students in North Carolina, the FBI now is examining whether any federal laws have been violated. Police believes a long-standing parking dispute caused neighbor Stephen Hicks to kill all 3 students. Dean Shabi Bakart and his wife Yusr Mohammed and her sister Razan Mohammed Abu Salha were all killed. Barat and Yusr married in December. The first Canadian case of mad cow disease since 2011 in Alberta has been found. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says no part of the affected animal had reached the human food or animal feed systems. Sun News cable network is off the air. Channel launched 4 years ago. The struggle to attract audience led to its demise, according to CBC. On a brighter note, Humber students from the event management program are giving back to Humber College and to the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. Emily Singh has more on the story. Be sure to check out skedline.com for more. Also, Emily has your weather update.
Hi, I'm Emily Singh. Here's your weather report. Today we reach a high of -10 and a low of -20. Here's what the week ahead looks like. Saturday we can expect a high of -6 and a low of -12. Adding to the cold weather will be a 60% chance of flurries, so bundle up when you head out for Valentine's Day. Sunday we'll be seeing a mix of sun and cloud with a high of -17 and a low of -22. Good news for Monday. On Family Day you can expect to see the sun with a high of -10 and a low of -22. However, don't get too excited. The snow could return on Tuesday with a 40% chance of snow and a high of -7 and a low of -15. The snow could continue on for Wednesday with a 40% chance of snowfall with a high of -8 and a low of -14. Earlier today, I spoke with Humber Lakeshore students on how they are coping with this winter weather and their plans for Reading Week.
It's so cold, and in the morning I take the go train to school, and they said because it's so cold and the train sucked on the way. So for next week is my final week. I want the weather is become better. Thank you.
I hate the cold here. The desert's better. And for my plans, I'd rather go partying downtown.
Preferably, I would like the weather if it were to be like a lot warmer, because I can't really, personally, I don't like walking in cold weather coming to school. It's like a really drag. I live like almost 2 hours away from here.
Don't let the snow go to waste. Get out and enjoy Reading Week. Without a doubt, it's cold outside, so bundle up. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Emily. Now Noah has more on sports.
Hello, I'm Noel Fortner, and this is what's making news in the world of sports today. The Toronto Maple Leafs continued their slide after losing to the New York Islanders last night. The Leafs were down 2-0 only 5 minutes after puck drop. However, the boys in blue came out strong in the second, tying it up at 2 after 2 goals from Richard Panik and Trevor Smith. In the third, Anders Lee scored for the Islanders to take the win 3-2. After the game, Phil Kessel broke his silence answering questions from reporters about his future with the team. Kessel says he loves Toronto and is not worried about being traded, but the Leafs star forward says if it's not here, it's not here. With the NHL trade deadline coming up on March 2nd and a team rebuild imminent, sources say the team is taking calls for almost every player on the roster. There was an all-Canadian matchup of the NHL last night, with the Montreal Canadiens taking on the last-place Edmonton Oilers. Montreal was beating the Oil 2-0 in the second before the Oil turned it on, with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring with 25 seconds left in regulation to tie the game at 3 and send it into overtime. Anton Lander scored to win it 4-3 for the Oilers, ending Montreal's 3-game winning streak, and the Habs still sit atop the Atlantic Division. The Winnipeg Jets played their first game since acquiring defensemen Tyler Myers and forwards Drew Stafford and Joel Armia from Buffalo. The Jets were on the road against the Nashville Predators, who have won 12 of their last 13 games and are the first team in the league to reach 80 points. After missing the morning skate, defenseman Shea Weber scored for the Preds only 4:47 into the first period. He added to his point total with 2 assists on goals from James Neal and rookie Philip Forsberg. The Predators took the game 3-1 with the Jets' only goal coming from Michael Frolik. Canadian tennis star Eugenie Bouchard was upset in the second round of the Diamond Games yesterday. Bouchard was the top seed going into the tournament, but lost 2-1 against 7 seed Mona Barthel of Germany. Bouchard entered the tournament after skipping Canada's Fed Cup in Quebec last weekend to concentrate on the Belgian tournament. Switching to the NBA, the Central Division leading Chicago Bulls took on the second-place Cleveland Cavaliers. Derrick Rose led the Bulls with 30 points to take the game 113-98 for the Bulls' 4th consecutive win. LeBron James led the Cavs with 31 points and shot 12 of 26 from the field. This was only the second loss for the Cavs in their last 16 games. Forward Kevin Love sat out the game with an eye injury after battling for a rebound in Tuesday's game against the Heat. There will be no league action this weekend as the 64th annual All-Star Game is set to take place in New York. Tonight will be the celebrity game with names like Kevin Hart and hip-hop musician Common taking part. Saturday night will be the dunk contest and 3-point shooting competition. Look out for Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors and Kyle Korver of the Atlanta Hawks to make a splash in the 3-point competition. The All-Star Game will take place on Sunday with a tip-off at 8:30. Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs will be playing in the game as the oldest player at 38, and Toronto's own Kyle Lowry will be on the starting lineup for Team East. Finally, Skedlive would like to pay our respects to Allison Gordon, who passed away at the age of 72 on Thursday. Gordon was the first female beat sports writer for Major League Baseball and covered the Toronto Blue Jays from 1979 to 1984. Gordon was the first female allowed access to MLB locker rooms and paved the way for female sports writers. Our condolences go out to the Gordon family. This has been Skedlive Sportscast. I'm Noel Fortner. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Noel. And that is all what we have for today. If you have any reading week, we hope if you have reading week next week, I hope you get to enjoy it. We will see you back next week.